All right, cool. So
Okay.
I'll go ahead and get started. We are going to be recording the call, so if you know anybody, or if you're hopping on a little bit late, then we will have a recording that we'll love to share. Like Gina said, my name is Alyssa. I am a physician assistant in New Jersey. I'm actually still at work now because of the snow, but that's okay. But we're really excited that you're here. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're really excited to share some information with you. Before we get started, if I could just ask everyone to mute themselves. There's a little icon at the bottom of your screen. It's a microphone, just so everyone has some good sound quality. We'll open up the line at the end of the call for any questions, but just for now, that would be really great. So you've been invited to this call by someone who really cares about you and your health and just wants to share information with you. We're going to keep it super simple. Obviously, I'm in scrubs right now, so you don't have to buy anything or sign up for anything. We're really just here to share information and to share some stories about some really incredible transformations in our health that we think would be valuable to you and your families. I just want to kind of introduce something that we're all part of, which is the healthy living revolution. It is a movement across the country and worldwide that we're excited to be a part of, that really just brings people together who are interested and passionate about making small, simple changes in their health that can make really big improvements and progress in their health picture. And the women that you'll be hearing from tonight are part of that movement. So like I said, I am a physician assistant and I work in the emergency department, and we're heading into flu season, everyone's favorite. And our immune system is really super important to help keep us safe and illness-free this time of year. Unfortunately, we see a lot of flu and pneumonia and other influenza-like illnesses during this time of year, and try as we might with over-the-counter medicine or staying hydrated or drinking extra vitamin C or whatever herbal or over-the-counter medications we try, it's really challenging to keep our immune systems balanced and strong this time of year. We're inside more often and spreading germs to each other, and we're not getting as much vitamin D and sunlight. The CDC actually said that the 2017-2018 flu season was of a high severity index for all age groups, which is the first time that that's been declared. So most of the times populations like children and elderly and immune compromised people are at increased risk for the flu and those types of illnesses. But last year that was much different. And so it's really important that we strengthen our immune system to keep us healthy, not only so we can, stay out of the hospital, but also so we can enjoy the holidays and be with our family and have good energy and just feel good. So unfortunately, what I do in the ER with those types of patients is a lot of reactive medicine. We're trying to make you feel better, trying to help your symptoms. But I think that most of us could agree that prevention is really key this time of year. And so that's where our immune system comes in. And that is where I'm going to turn it over to my wonderful friend Gina, who's going to teach us or talk with us a little bit more about immunity and why that's so important.
Thanks, Alyssa. I'm so excited to have so many of you tuned in. I love any chance I get to talk about health and wellness, and you guys are actually choosing to be here. So that's really exciting. I'm going to try to keep this really short and simple because I don't want to overload anyone with information or overwhelm anyone. But I wanted to talk a little bit, like Alyssa said, about the immune system. So I'm Gina Roof. I'm an integrative health coach, and I study functional medicine. So basically what that means is we look for the root cause of disease and how to reverse it, but most of all, how to prevent it from even happening in the first place. So I'm just going to give you a little background on the immune system. I think that's really important to even begin understanding why we need certain things, especially things like plant-based nutrition, what we don't need, and things like that. So the immune system, as many of us know, is basically our body's defense. It tries to do whatever it can to keep us safe and to keep everything balanced. But unfortunately, it very easily gets out of balance. Your immune system can either become overreactive, and that's where you see things like autoimmune disorders, allergies, eczema, asthma, or it can become underreactive, and that's when you have people who are, of chronic sickness or infection and things like that. And of course, your immune system can have qualities of both. So why does this imbalance occur? The immune system is constantly changing and responding to and adapting to our environment. This happens day to day, minute to minute, second to second. So we come into contact with millions and millions of things every single day. Different things that we do, everything our immune system is responding to. So if we experience stress, if we're overindulging in sugar, you barely get enough hours of sleep, all the chemicals, toxins, etc. All of that stuff is going to impact our immune system. Now, this is really interesting. So say like you have and I'm not saying never indulge and have fun, but if you have one of those days where you just like overindulge in tons and tons of sugar and sweets and alcohol, your immune system can be suppressed for up to 6 hours after that. So, when your immune system is suppressed, that's when you're more susceptible to things happening. So all of these things that I was just listing, they all they contribute to what's called oxidative stress. So what does that mean? Oxidative stress is just a fancy way of saying that our cells are aging at, kind of like a rapid pace. Now, this is a normal process. And it's not only caused from the things I mentioned, like you could think of other things, smoking and overuse of alcohol, medications, antibiotics, but it's also caused from good things too. Even exercise causes oxidative stress on the body, pregnancy. So many different things are fighting against us, right? And aging our cells. So we have what's called free radicals moving around in our bodies. I don't know if you've heard that term before, but basically free radicals are reactive chemicals in the body that contribute to the oxidative stress. So again, when we have an imbalance of free radicals, they start to overtake the immune system. And obviously that's going to have a negative effect on the body. That's going to cause inflammation, illness, whatever it is. And our body is always going to respond to a threat or an injury. So this is where you see symptoms. Like my teacher always says, symptoms are a gift. It's your body doing triage to like eradicate inflammation in the body. So if you get something like the flu and you have flu-like symptoms, your body is trying really hard to fight something off. Autoimmune reactions, your body's on such high alert because something is seen as a foreign invader. So, while we hate to get sick and stuff like that, we have to give credit to our immune system. It's really, really important to understand that 2/3 of our immune system is housed in our gut. And that's a hard concept for people to understand, the connection between the gut and disease and autoimmune disease, whatever it is. We are in what's called the post-antibiotic era right now. Now, antibiotics can be an absolutely life-saving tool. They're absolutely necessary at certain times, but we've gotten to a point where, and you probably hear people misusing their antibiotics, overusing, they're overprescribed. Often the wrong type of medication is prescribed. And because of this, we actually create drug resistance, and like these superbugs and super germs get stronger and stronger, and we lose the ability to fight them off. And then we begin to destroy our gut. Now, children are put on a slew of different antibiotics from birth. And little by little, what we're doing is, while we're killing the bad bacteria, like that's the whole purpose of an antibiotic, right? We're also killing all of the good along with it. So hence, this is where that imbalance comes into place. So how do we work towards not getting to the point where we need to rely on antibiotics and other medications? Well, our best defense against these free radicals, this oxidative stress, gut health, is antioxidants. And where do we get antioxidants from? There's only one place, and that comes from plant foods. Nature cannot be duplicated no matter how hard we try. So plants are our absolute best source of antioxidants. What antioxidants do, antioxidant, I talked about oxidation, they're anti the oxidation. They disarm, if you will, the free radicals. We should have enough antioxidants in our body at any given time to be prepared for anything that's thrown our way. So that's why it's not like, oh, I'm gonna eat healthy for a week and then, you know, be so healthy, or a month I'm gonna dedicate. Like, it's gotta be like an ongoing, constant thing that we're trying to get more and more antioxidants into our body, because our imbalances are due to the choices that we're making. Our lifestyle, whether it's we're stressed, like I said, run down, we're not sleeping enough. And even those of us that are really health conscious and eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, we're most likely still not getting enough, or not getting enough of a variety of different antioxidants. And also, like, just the way life is today, we're running in a million different directions. It's crazy. So we have so much fighting against us. Now, food. So when we eat food, it's absorbed into our blood supply. And like I said, your immune system in your body is constantly responding to things as information. So it also responds to food as information. So every single food we eat sends different information to our body. So you can see how eating a donut versus eating a salad is gonna, you know, impact your body differently. And like I said, it doesn't mean you can't ever indulge in anything. It just means you have to try and find ways to balance out what you're putting into your body, and trying to get, again, more and more plant foods into your body. So in functional medicine, when we work with a client, we discuss prevention a lot, or even if we're working with someone with disease. And what we do is we give them a chart and it says maximize, minimize, prioritize. So what that means is the things you want to maximize are like the raw materials you need to survive: nutrients, minerals, water. That's a no-brainer, right? The things we want to minimize, again, toxins, whether it's from the environment, from food, stress, again, easier said than done, allergens. And then we want to focus on where we can prioritize, or what we can prioritize. So that's things like sleep or rest, reducing our stress. So, you know, even picking up a yoga practice or a massage or a breathing practice, meditation, whatever it is. And also really trying to incorporate nutrient dense foods. Now, that sounds super simple, but the reality of it is, you know, it's not that easy to do this. So this is where I'm going to turn it over to Megan. Megan is actually on a flight, so she was lovely enough to send us her slideshow with her voice. And she's going to be talking about a simple solution that all of us who are on this call with you tonight have incorporated into our lives to begin changing the picture of our own health and work towards prevention.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm Megan, and right now, if you're listening to this on record, I'm actually in the airport recording this just in case my flight gets delayed and I don't make it to where I'm going before the time. But yes, hello. Thanks so much for joining, and Gina, thanks so much. So I'm Megan, and I am a public health researcher with a faculty appointment at the Johns Hopkins School of Public Health. And so I'm very passionate about preventing and stopping the cycle of illness to promote a cycle of wellness instead on the individual, family, and community levels. So like we heard from Gina, the best way to really prevent illness and to stay healthy is by consuming as many plants as possible and eating a wide variety of them. But as we know, it's hard to eat all the fruits and vegetables that we need to. So we have to try and find ways to help bridge the gap. So this is where we come in. First, we have some free resources to offer in order to, encourage you to just eat more fruits and vegetables and just make it easier to eat more plants. So the team at the Healthy Living Revolution has created a selection of fantastic and free resources on healthylivingrevolution.com. And we have cookbooks of clean and easy recipes, short webinars on trending health topics, an at-home fitness series, and our Start Strong program, which is designed to help raise up a generation of healthy and active kids. We also have a 10-day reset program called the Shred 10, which is designed to help us detox with whole foods and just jumpstart healthy lifestyle changes. So you might want to have a look at those resources. So just be sure to ask whoever invited you to this event for the link. Secondly, the second way that we are committed to helping others bridge the nutritional gap is through nutritional support. And, we all know we have to flood our bodies with fruits, vegetables, and berries, and they are absolutely critical for our immune system. But what do we do if we just can't eat enough? It's difficult to get them in season. It's difficult to eat a variety. And even the best eaters need help with this. And so that's why I'm so thankful to be able to recommend the nutritional support of something called Juice Plus. So if you found your way onto this call, you've probably seen these little capsules somewhere on social media, in your friend's kitchen, or maybe this is the first time that you're seeing them. So it's Juice Plus, and literally, as the name suggests, it's like the concept of juicing, but way better. So Juice Plus is literally just concentrated food. It's over 30 raw vine-ripened fruits, vegetables, and berries that have been turned into powders and encapsulated. It's gluten-free. It's 100% plant-based, non-GMO, NSF certified to be pure. And I like calling it a salad bar in a capsule. So our fruits, vegetables, and berries are completely vine ripened. The produce is grown by small and medium-sized family farmers, and many of them have been growing for over 7 generations. So they're taking really good care of their soil. The fruits and vegetables are, then ground up into a slurry, which is better than simply juicing. So we use the entire whole food, including peels, leaves, and seeds whenever possible, which really just provides more nutrition. In an orange, for example, up to 80% of the vitamin C in an orange is actually found in its peel. And I don't know about you, but I'm not really eating the orange peels very often. So this slurry that they create is then slowly dried at a low temperature, preserving the live nutrients. And then we put those powders into plant-based capsules and chewables, and that's it. Adding Juice Plus into your diet is just a super easy way to provide that massive amounts of plant nutrition into our bodies to balance our immune system every day. And here's what I love about Juice Plus. First, that it's a food and it's not a vitamin. It sort of does look like a pill, but it's actually a capsule of concentrated powdered food. It has a nutrition label, not a supplement label, and it's the same label that you'll see on a bag of frozen broccoli on the store. So it's, a really important takeaway, and it's one that I'm very passionate about because for some reason, we've been told, that we need to kind of bridge the gap between what we do eat and what we should, with vitamins or supplements and things like that. But now there's more and more research coming out that multivitamins and megadosing on isolated nutrients just doesn't work, and it can even be harmful to you. So I get a lot of emails about this, coming across my desk at Hopkins, just learning about new studies that are coming out against, traditional multivitamins and supplements. And the reason that they don't work is because vitamins are isolated, fragmented, and synthetic nutrients that the body does not recognize as food. So they're not able to get into the bloodstream to help your body. And then your body will just dispose of it. So that's where you kind of get that phrase of peeing out your vitamins. And if your body can't get rid of it, it will store it somewhere. And that's likely going to be stored somewhere where it shouldn't be. And it can eventually cause problems in the future. So rather than megadosing with synthetic multivitamins and chugging emergency and other non-regulated supplements, with Juice Plus, like I said, we're actually getting nutrients from the unaltered food in powdered form. So your body recognizes Juice Plus as food and knows what to do with it. So here's the difference, like where a mentality shift has to happen between, vitamin supplementation and whole food supplementation. Just have a look at this slide. This shows a few hundred of the thousands of known phytonutrients in an apple that make up an apple. So of course there's, vitamin C in there and a few other ones you might recognize, but the beauty of whole food is that you also get thousands of other phytonutrients that all work together just to create a synergistic effect to be able to be absorbed in the body and give the body what it needs and do what it needs to do. And so with over 30 plants in Juice Plus, there are tens of thousands of different phytonutrients that work together to support your immunity and other body systems. But don't take my word for it. As a trained researcher, I always say, show me the science. And the second reason why I love Juice Plus for myself is that it's scientifically proven to work. So Juice Plus is the most thoroughly researched nutritional product in the world with 38 published studies in peer-reviewed medical journals and counting. These are literally the medical journals that doctors refer to in their practices. So we currently have 5 studies on the immune system and how Juice Plus positively impacts the immune function, which is awesome. And I know that this is specifically an event about the immune system, but good nutrition affects all the systems in our body. So we also have studies to prove that Juice Plus is bioavailable, meaning gets into your bloodstream to do good things. It increases antioxidants in the body. It reduces free radicals and oxidative stress, protects and repairs your DNA, improves your heart, skin, and gum health, improves your circulation, reduces cold symptoms, reduces systemic inflammation, and also improves athletic recovery and performance. So there is no other nutritional product or even a pharmaceutical product on the market that has anywhere near, the quantity or the quality of independent research power that Juice Plus has. And the science just keeps getting better and better on it, which is amazing. And finally, the third thing that I love about Juice Plus is that it's safe. And because it's just food, there is no warning label on it. It is safe for people of all ages, pregnant and nursing mothers, children, the elderly, and even professional athletes. We don't have to worry about interaction, with medications or overdosing or poison control if your kids get into it, or if they take too many gummies or whatever. They'll be okay. If you can safely eat a salad, you can safely eat Juice Plus. And again, like I said, do not take my word for it. To be sure that it's safe, we have NSF certification, and this is the highest third-party certification for safety standards in the world. And it guarantees that what's in the product is on the label and vice versa, nothing more, nothing less. So you can just be confident that when you're getting Juice Plus, you're just getting fruits, vegetables, and berries. No contaminants, nothing like that, just the food. So personally, I take Juice Plus because it gives me peace of mind. Knowing that it's simply whole food and not an isolated vitamin, so it really gets into my bloodstream, knowing that it's backed by research conducted by some of the top medical universities around the world, proving its effectiveness. And thirdly, that it's NSF certified for purity. It's really just the best preventative insurance policy that I can really think of for myself, and that I can recommend to others out there. So I've actually been taking Juice Plus now for, I think, 9 or 10 years, almost 10 years. And before I started taking Juice Plus, I was constantly on antibiotics, strep throat, bronchitis, the whole thing. And it was, a cycle and a pattern. But, I'm thankful to say that, I've not been on an antibiotic in 10 years since I've started taking Juice Plus. So that's just been amazing. And then along with the fruit, veg, and berry capsules, we have a few other products that I think are definitely exciting and worth looking into. We have the Juice Plus Omega Blend, which is a completely plant-based omega made from 6 different plant sources. It's very sustainable and very safe. You get a full spectrum of naturally occurring omegas, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, and they're encapsulated using a low temperature technology, so none of the delicate oils are damaged. And this is a great alternative to fish oil. And then finally, we have the amazing Juice Plus Chocolate and Vanilla Complete Powder, which is a vegan, gluten-free, whole food, protein, fiber, amino acids, fruits, veggies, and superfoods in a powder for smoothies, protein pancakes. I like to make healthy hot chocolate and more. So it's great as a quick breakfast, a post-workout recovery, or a healthy snack. And then just a little extra aside, one of the things that I love about the Juice Plus company is they really care about kids, and kids ages 4 through college graduate can actually enroll in our Healthy Starts for Families program and get their Juice Plus for no cost to them. So just be sure to ask whoever invited you tonight about that program. So that is all I have to share with you right now, but I'd like to pass it over to 2 more health coaches, Deanna and Michelle, who will share some stories about how Juice Plus has impacted their lives.
Hi, my name is Deanna, and I am a certified health and wellness coach through the Dr. Sears Wellness Institute. And I first heard about Juice Plus actually in Dr. Sears Wellness Institute's health coaching program. He had a learning module about supplements and how he recommends that we take supplements as close to nature as close as possible. And he mentioned Juice Plus as a prime example. And then later on, after I completed the program, I joined a Facebook health coach support group, and that is where I met Gina. And she brought up Juice Plus again in that group. And so I, asked for more information, looked over the research, and decided that it made sense to move forward with Juice Plus for my family and I. So I have been on Juice Plus for about a year, along with my daughter, who's 6 years old. And last year, around the flu season, she did get the flu, and before being put on Juice Plus. So I am looking forward to improving her immune system for this upcoming flu season to try to fight off all these colds and flu-like symptoms that naturally occur around this time. And as I said, we've been on it for about a year now, and I have to say our colds and sniffles and whatnot have been far and few between. Of course, we still get them here and there, but they've been pretty short-lived if we were to get them. And my daughter hasn't missed any school days at all. Even if the whole school got sick, including her, she was back in the classroom. She was able to make it the next day or whatnot. So I definitely feel that Juice Plus has helped my family bridge the bridge the gap with what we are eating as far as fruits and vegetables and what we're not, just due to the fact that I'm a busy working mom and it can get pretty busy. And now my husband is also on Juice Plus. He is a on-the-road truck driver, and I don't know if you know, but it's very, very challenging to get your recommended fruits and vegetables while being on the road. So I'm looking forward to also helping him kind of bridge the gap with, the recommended fruits and servings of fruits and vegetables also with him, because those truck stops, they're not going to offer that many variety of fresh food. If anything, it's more processed food, and that community, it is a challenge for them to be healthy while being on the road, because they're literally living like out of their trucks. So I'm definitely looking forward to also helping him bridge the gap too between the fruits and vegetables that he needs to eat and what he can eat while being on the road. So but yeah, that's my story. So I'll go ahead and hand it over then to Michelle, and she can talk about her story.
Hey everyone, for those of you I don't know, I'm Michelle Manicone. I'm a massage therapist, an aspiring yoga teacher, nutrition enthusiast, and a mom of 4. I was introduced to Juice Plus by my sister Gina Roof, who actually started off the program. And I was very hesitant at first. I just heard the word juice, and that's what I thought it was. And I kept telling her, I don't like juice, I don't take juice, and I wouldn't even listen when she would talk to me. But finally, she somehow got my attention, and she was talking to me about Juice Plus. I don't think she used the name of it. And I was like, oh, what's that? And she's like, it's what I've been telling you about, Juice Plus. So I slowly on it. And then after a few months, I decided to also try it. So I'm so glad that I found out about it, because before starting Juice Plus, we were in the doctor's office all the time. I have 4 kids, so it was kind of like a revolving door, and we were on first name basis with the staff, the girls who take your blood pressure and temperature, and all 4 or 5 doctors that are in there. And it was like we were in there either weekly or sometimes every other week. After starting Juice Plus, which I started about 2 years ago now, the following well visit, which was October, so it was almost a full year later. First of all, the girl who took us to our room said, wow, I haven't seen you guys here in so long. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. And then we were, talking with the doctor, and he's like, wow, you guys have been healthy this year. And he looked back through our records, and he's like, I haven't seen you guys since your last well visit. And I said, yeah. I was like, that's what, Susie said when she walked us in. And I was like, I didn't even realize it, but maybe it's the Juice Plus that we've been taking. We haven't done anything different. And of course, he rolled his eyes. And I was like, well, it is what it is. That's the only change that we've really made. So, I mean, I'm not saying that we've never been sick since starting Juice Plus, but actually most of our sicknesses that, when looking back, have been after we've kind of gotten out of the habit a little bit. Last Christmas, December time, so hectic. We were always rushing to school, and kids would forget to take their Juice Plus, and I'd forget when they got home. So we kind of got out of the habit for a little bit. And in February, my 2 youngest got sick. And then I went back on it hardcore and made sure everyone was taking it, sometimes taking double doses to ward off any, more illnesses. But so, knock on wood, we've been very healthy since. And now, to kind of ensure that everyone remembers to take their Juice Plus, I started implementing wellness days. We had our first one last month. And hopefully, if we don't have any sick days, we're planning one for the middle of December. So that's my prize to my kids for, eating, trying to be healthy and taking their Juice Plus, that they don't have any sick days, they get wellness days. So I like to thank my sister and everyone else that I've met through the Juice Plus company for really bringing this product into my life.
Awesome. See, sometimes little sisters know best.
Yeah.
Hey, Gina, I'm here, so I can sign off to us. Yeah, so hey, everybody. It's Megan. You heard me while I was on my flight, except for I recorded it. But I just want to thank everybody so much for joining. Deanna and Michelle, thank you so much for your stories. I love to hear about all the healthy families and just everybody, reducing their sickness and just being well. So I just want to thank everybody again just for joining. Today, just taking the time out of your evening, your snowy evening, if you're on the East Coast, and you do have a couple of options after this. I would really just encourage everybody, to think about, especially going into the holiday season where we might be indulging a little bit more, our immune systems might be taking a hit. Get as much plant-based food into your body as possible. Please reach out to whoever invited you to this call and ask them about that link to the Healthy Living Revolution website. And if you are interested in learning a little bit more about Juice Plus, whoever invited you would also be so happy to chat with you about that. So thank you so much to everybody. Really appreciate you jumping in, and I wish everybody a very healthy, snowy weekend.
Thanks for coming on, everyone.